recorded. Yes.
Okay.
So Forrest here also try it. So yeah, let's talk about it.
Yeah. So a couple things. Let's talk about the controllers, right?
Yeah.
So they're handed. So there's a right-handed controller. There's a left-handed controller.
Yeah.
There are triggers for your pointers.
Hey everyone. Yes. Hello.
There are triggers for your pointing fingers.
Yes.
Then there are grip triggers, which are more of like middle finger and
like,
ring finger.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then there's the kind of the two buttons up top and the joysticks.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's it in terms of the controller.
Yeah.
They felt good.
Yes.
They felt good to hold in your hands.
Yeah.
They felt very natural. They had the finger tracking, right? Mm-hmm. So it's also the finger tracking.
So my experience with the finger tracking was a little bit finicky. So my finger was sometimes doing this. I don't know if you experienced that, but you know, I noticed that when you're doing this with one hand, see this finger is moving. So maybe when I was doing movement, I was moving my finger without thinking about it. And I remember doing some movement and having my thumbs and my things going like that. So I don't know if it's because of my
Make sure
if it's because of the biology or.
So I think what it was, I think that they're actually binary. I don't necessarily think there's a whole lot of analog.
Binary.
So the difference of this and this could make that it was doing the whole movement.
Yes.
So yeah, that was like you have to. But
yes, exactly. It's a little sensors. It's I don't know how to explain it. It looked like some.
The sensors, or oh, they're the LEDs. So they're the same kind of LEDs that they have on the Rifts, the DK2.
No, but I mean to detect the fingers.
The finger tracking. Sorry. Yeah, I assume it's a radio sensor or something. It's just. I mean, it honestly could be infrared in terms of just is it covered up or
that's
not.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. But it was very much just a. Yeah, it was on or off. There's no nuance to it.
We don't really need on.
Yeah.
You know, like hey, hello.
Well, it was fun.
Thumbs up.
I mean, that was one thing that I thought was really interesting. So I've experimented a lot with full bumping motion capture, fingers and everything, and this is the first time with motion controllers you could give a thumbs up. Okay. So the camera placement.
Yes.
They were both on.
Yeah. So if I was here and I had it was a Crescent Bay, not a.
I thought mine was CD1. The one I had was CD1.
Oh really?
Yeah.
No, mine was a Crescent Bay with the LED, and so the camera were facing at each other on the side. One here, one on.
And for me, actually, it must have been in a different room or something. For me, it was they were here and here. So they're on the same wall. But they're on the same wall.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're on the same wall and they're facing diagonally.
Okay, so maybe that was that because I asked with my Rift on and I asked Aaron, hey, so where are the cameras? And he told me they are on the wall.
Okay.
So yeah, probably.
Yeah. So they were two on the same wall. So it was for me, it was two on the same wall and then diagonal.
Really?
On the far edge of the wall, yeah. Well, because I stayed in the room.
If it's like this, then it can give you a vision from behind.
Maybe there were more. I don't know.
The room, feet. I don't speak feet.
They're about 6 feet apart for me. So
I speak meters.
It's like I don't know. It's like 2 meters or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it was the usual. If you try any demo Crescent Bay, it was the usual room that they have. They have a standard room for demo, so that was the room itself. Nothing really special from Oculus.
Yeah.
And so did you experience the thing like that?
I mean, at first I definitely noticed it because it was if you do your finger halfway, it doesn't work. But I got used to it, and I did a lot of playing around and just moved my hands really fast, and it became very natural. It was easy to get the thumbs up. It was fairly easy to kind of point, and doing this kind of pointing, whatever. But it definitely was the first time that I've been in a VR experience where I felt like I could just look at a person and go, right, like that, like hey, thumbs up, like it was. I didn't even need to say anything. I could just look at them and give them. I was doing a lot of double thumbs up when things were good. So that was very, very interesting.
I did that in VRChat. VRChat, they put a button on Hydra. And with a combination of buttons, you can do this,
cool.
that kind of thing. So that's really nice. But this is actually your real thumb. So
Yeah, that was
it kind of make a difference too. You're not like, oh shit, which button is it to thumbs up, and then you go like this.
Yeah, it didn't feel like. Oh yeah, seriously. So
yes. Two people. The experience itself was a symmetric experience where imagine you're on a desk, and on that desk you have cubes, ball, tennis, ping pong racket, paddle, and in front of you you have somebody who has the exact same setup. But the other person, because it's an Oculus developer, I don't know who was in front of you. For me, it was Aaron Davis. And so he had a special controller inside the experience with a little HUD.
Yeah, he had
he was
popping controls.
Yeah, he was popping menu and dual GPU card. That was running on 980, I think.
No, I think are they saying that that's what's being announced now?
Ah, okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's so quiet.
Yeah.
So it's like a private periscope for you guys.
So yeah, I mean the experience we were interesting. The first one was just there's a bunch of toys, there's that, and then they took us into a scenario where there are fireworks.
Yes.
The fireworks are very fun.
And a little
Roman candles.
Yes.
Or there's Roman candles, sparklers, and firecrackers.
And a big one.
Yeah, the big firecrackers. Yeah. It was fun to light that, and I threw it at the guy's head.
Yes. And we streamed the audio too. So when you're doing the Roman fountain, the sound was.
Oh yeah, that was
very nice. Yeah.
I like the you can take. Oh man.
A very long time. I tried. I'm used to wear the Rift for like 4, 5, 7 hours, and usually it drained my blood off with the DK2. So when I take it off, I'm like all white here. But with the Rift itself, it's super light, and because the frame itself is rigid, you can probably wear it for much longer. Yeah. I didn't feel any pressure out of the Rift. It's so light.
It has a little bit more pressure on your face than the Morpheus. So the Morpheus is only on your forehead, but the one I used. The CD1, it definitely had enough like other things going on that it wasn't going to give you the raccoon face that you get with the DK2.
I noticed the gap here was very big.
Yeah,
I was able to see a lot of the light coming away.
Yeah.
If you look straight, it's not distracting, but otherwise, when you look down, you're like, oh, that's a big gap, which is okay. You know, they need to accommodate every nose.
I know that with the DK2, if it's not put up all the way, like my nose,
yeah, I have some people having
totally hit.
Yeah.
So we did fireworks. Those were really fun.
Shots.
And then the next place we went into, actually, so the next place we went into was the shooting range.
Yes.
You want to talk about that?
Sure. So shooting range, you have little rabbits. It's a traditional shooting range with things turning and rabbit in stones and masks. And you can use a slingshot, so that works really well. You can really extend your arm and aim with one eye, and that's power saving. It's asking for battery.
Yeah, they had little laser, kind of sci-fi laser pistols going on that you can shoot. The thing that I thought was really fun is while doing the demo, I forget the guy who was demoing with me just said like, "Oh hey, look over here." And I turned and looked at him, and he shot me in the face. And then a second later, I was tiny.
Yes, he shot me with the green gun.
Yeah, the green gun.
I tried to grab it from around. I used my little tank to move around and to try to push the weapon.
Yeah, so then you were tiny.
Yeah, thank you. Anytime.
And then you were really tiny, and then they pitch shifted his voice.
Yes. And,
so he sounded like
a puppet in front of you.
Oh yeah, he took the. Well, no, to me he took the puppet. So there was one of the things they had there was a hand puppet.
Yes.
So he grabbed the hand puppet and was like, and
in front of you.
The hand puppet was bigger than a bear when you're tiny. So this giant hand puppet was pretty scary.
They put me at the beginning of the demo. They give you there's a robot on the table, so you can take part out of it. And then after, when you are very small, he put the robot in front of me, and he told me, take his fist. So I grabbed his fist, so I had the fist of the robot in front of me, and he told me, punch. So I was punching at things, and the demo itself is very smart in terms of great demo for VR input, what is important, and I like there was a lighter.
Oh, the lighter when you could flick it open?
Yes.
That was cool.
That
You
was
flick
really
it open
cool.
and light it.
Yeah.
That was very cool.
And fireworks, and you exchange the thing, and
there's a boomerang. You could throw the boomerang and then
I
catch
did not
it.
throw he threw it for me, and I was aiming at it.
Yeah, no, actually, one of the guys I demoed with, we were able to throw the boomerang, and then he was able to catch it. So he went all the way around, and then came back and he caught it. So, I'm trying to think if there's anything else.
There was the zero gravity.
Oh, zero gravity, so you want to talk about that?
Sure.
Because mine just happened. I was throwing stuff all over.
Oh, okay.
I had the accelerated demo, and the accelerated demo was me just doing all the things. And just being like, oh, here all this stuff. So how'd that happen for you?
Yeah, so for me, Aaron told me, okay, let's do something fun. Punch this. And he threw me a black ball to me and said, fist, punch it. So when I punched it, the thing exploded, and then there was gravity switch on the zero gravity.
Yeah.
So everything began to float, and you can grab the cubes and the usual thing and throw them away, and everything was flying, and then he reversed the gravity and everything fell.
Yeah, actually I had accidentally activated that because I was throwing stuff all over, I think. But I ended up grabbing the ping pong paddle and ball, and I hit it, and then hit it, and then I hit it back. So I was doing this.
I missed it. You were talking.
So there was a host and there's a participant. Yeah. So we were the participants and there's one host. Yeah. And we were talking to them. So using what I assume is the microphone on the Rift.
Yes.
And it felt very natural. The communication felt natural.
Yeah. There's a microphone inside the Rift.
Yeah. And then it sounded positional.
Well, the 3D audio is positional, so when you talk, you hear from the person. So.
Yeah, so there's positional. The avatars were blue, translucent.
Yeah, Fresnel-ish.
Yeah, and kind of translucent head with a rift on it, and then just blue.
Did you notice the mouth when you speak? I don't remember if there was a mouth.
I didn't notice it.
Okay.
Yeah, I was noticing that.
Yeah.
The hands were fairly humanoid hands. Like they looked like your hands, but because they were
felt a little bit small for me. But maybe it's the size of my hands. They felt a little bit small. I don't know.
But yeah, I have very small hands, so maybe I didn't notice.
Yeah, I have big hands. That's it's the battery. Shit, I missed it.
So yes, so the thing is that the way that I noticed it specifically, it was did you notice the position of the avatar's voice? The most jarring part for the demo for me was when it went from, for the first couple stages, we were sitting across the table from each other.
Yes.
And then they kind of teleported us to a new room.
Yeah,
and now he was sitting next to me.
Yes.
So at first it was talking to person, and then out of the blue he was just right next to me.
Yes.
And I heard it. Like when the next time he talked to me, it was actually kind of shocking. Because I went from talking to someone like here, and then just like him being next to me, and I didn't notice him because I saw him. I noticed him because I heard him. I was actually that's why. So positional, totally. Like it went from in front of me to the side of me, and it was like almost jarring because it was like if someone snuck up on you. It was like, hey.
Yeah, I tried the positional with putting my head like that because I wanted to make sure the sound was up there because in positional when that works,
Oh yeah.
It works.
Yeah,
so that was
good.
very cool. Oh, we have a new one. Oh, it's Gunter.
Oh, cool.
Hello, Gunter. So you probably missed everything. We've been here for maybe 20 minutes, and I think I have to change my battery. Yeah, we should be good. If the thing shut down, I have another battery here, so we're good to go.
So otherwise, I don't think there's anything else. It was just all the tracking felt really good. I never lost tracking.
I lost it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
okay.
a little. But what was very impressive, because I'm tired and jet lagged, my hand. See if I'm here. Now it's kind of okay, but
you were shaky.
Yeah, I was shaky, and I was feeling the shake in the demo. I was looking here, and I was like, oh shit, it's a little, that's me. So it's that precise, which is really, really impressive.
Yeah, precision is great.
Yeah.
I didn't, there's definitely didn't feel any sort of latency or anything like that.
No.
It all felt very, very quick. The only thing we didn't talk about was the tiny tanks. You mentioned it, but they actually had a controller. So the controller looked like the controller you were holding.
How did you control the tank?
How did I control it?
What was the introduction for you for the tank?
Oh, mine was accelerated, so I just grabbed it and started doing stuff.
Okay.
And also, you already kind of told me, so I had an idea. So you grab this controller, and the controller looks like the controller you're holding already in real life. And then you use the joystick to control the tank like you would a car in a video game. So forward is forward, back is back. And then where you have a laser pointer coming out of it. And wherever you pointed the laser pointer, the turret of the tank would turn towards. You pull the trigger, it's shot. And so at first it was a pretty small toy tank, and then when you're tiny, which I grabbed the controller. So what's great is
I didn't do that.
When I was tiny, I grabbed the controller, and then the controller was this big. So I was like holding this giant controller, controlling this tank that looked like this tank that was like now this way. It's no longer a toy tank. So that was really fun.
Yeah, fighting like that. The way he introduced the tank was really like, okay, I'm gonna give you the tank, and and then he sent it to me.
No. I didn't notice any.
No lag, but the thing is, it's really on and off. So even if there is lag, it's probably like at the point when you are here, it detects that it's off, and it switch like that.
Yeah.
So the motion of the finger is really like that.
It's almost like a button, but I mean it's a release button.
Yeah, it's like a button on and off. But it felt it's not actual tracking. It's really it's the controller itself detects the position of your finger. It's like, oh, the thumb is here. No, the thumb is not there. Oh, it's here. So it's really binary like that.
Yeah. Although it's still in its early stages, so and like if you've seen the stuff that Google's been putting out with the radar, the near field radar detection.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
If by the time they get to consumer, they have anything even close to that, then you could have analog fairly easily. Because like we've already established that tracking, wirelessly tracking fingers or something like in this far a distance is not.
False positive, when I was, the thing is, there's a trigger, so here there's a big button, so when you press it, I cannot, when I press this finger is moving, so I had some time where I see my thumb that was moving around. I don't know if it's the controller or if it's just because you are in the experience and doing things and you let go some kind of, you don't really control everything.
Yeah, that's true.
But when you wanted to do it, it was working.
It was working. The thing is that I have full confidence that by the time they get to a consumer version, they will have they could easily have full analog if they wanted, because that tracking leap motion, trying to track your entire hands all the time is really hard. Tracking one finger at a time is not crazy.
Yeah, they told me, for example, not to pick up things that were on the floor.
Okay.
But I did it anyway, and the tracking was good. It was the same tracking as the Crescent Bay experience. So they had the usual pad in volume on the ground. So when you are a little bit away from the center, you can feel a ground level, and when you are still there. But of course, the first thing I tried was to play similar to Synthesis Universe, which is really having 360 positional and having the hand far away, close, and 180 degrees, and looking somewhere and having the hands, and everything was good. I tried, to be put my hand here, look around, do stuff, and come back. Everything was at the right place, right position. So it's really 360 positional, the way that it should be.
Yeah.
So
Any other questions? I think we've gone over the entire thing now.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. What else? Yeah, as a general rule, I was really happy to try finally a multiplayer experience from Oculus.
Yep.
Because that was a big change. With VR chat and all this experience, you really realize that it's all about multiplayer in some way. When you are in a VR experience and there's a character and you know it's a person, it changes everything. You really have a different feeling of presence, and I look forward. We're not going to be able to shake hands because there's no feedback.
Although I will say, so in my demo and the demo that I was actually watching,
but we like.
No, but to me the thing was when someone could hand something to someone else.
Oh yeah.
And I think that while there's no physical, there's no haptics really. It felt like, but it felt good. And
yes.
It was a thing where
it felt very natural.
The very beginning was I grabbed a firework and was like, oh man, firework, yeah. And then he's like, hey, here's the lighter.
Yeah.
And
when he did like that, he was like,
oh yeah,
here's the lighter.
And it was very much that the moment where this virtual person who I knew was in the other room, but it reaches out and I'm able to go and grab the thing out of their hand. They did a good job in tuning around the ability to take something out of someone's hand. There's no awkward
trying to.
It was just like you reached up and grabbed it, and that was something that stuck with me. That was really cool. And the number of times in which we were passing things back and forth, I could just imagine a game in which instead of blowing stuff up, it was, we were building with blocks, right? And maybe I had some blocks and you had some blocks and we would trade with each other. I think that would work really well.
Yeah.
Like, hey, could I get a blue this size
Even
one?
juggling, it's so precise.
Oh yeah.
How much did you do with the ping pong paddle?
I told you I was in 0G. The avatars were translucent blue head with Oculus on it, and translucent blue hands.
So nobody, just a floating head with a kind of rift shape, and two hands just cut here.
Yep.
Two floating hands like that.
Anything else? Yeah, that was.
What did we say?
Oh, it was the ping pong. I was saying that I did it with zero gravity. So that was so I hit the ball. No, I hit the ball and then I had to go. So that was my ping pong.
Okay. Yeah, no, I was able to do it 6 times, and I tried with different a big cube and big things, and I play ping pong pretty well. So the first time the table is short, so I did a regular start, and it was so fast. It was really like I play. So I remember hey, that was fast.
Something I haven't talked about yet. So I got to play the hand puppet.
Oh, okay. Rumble.
I didn't notice it.
They told me there's some rumbling and there's some haptic feedback on that thing, but I did not notice.
Yeah.
It was not that apparent. I don't know if it's because it's not strong or because you are so absorbed with what you're doing that you don't notice.
Again, I mean, any of those things are we're in such the pre-developer version that if you compare, the DK1 to the CD1, there's a huge difference, and I expect to see quite a bit of difference in terms of their iteration on touch for sure.
But it looked very solid. It did not look like a crappy 3D printed. I tried the Vive, and the Vive was really you have to be careful, and it's 3D printed, and you see the line of the 3D printing, and the plastic one is white, the other is black. It's not the same color. Here was a finished product. I tried to squeeze them to see if the thing was gonna squeak or sometimes if you do this with
you try to break it.
Not really. I'm a delicate person, but I mean when you have the Hydra, for example, with the Hydra, the button and the thing, you can be a little not so good.
Yeah.
So it looked really, really solid, really nice, and the weight was right, the balance was right. I'm excited.
They felt good. Yeah. The hand pump was really fun. It was just having a hand pump.
So how did you interact with it?
So you held it with the grip sensor and you used the trigger to make its mouth.
The Vive for me was it was a emotional experience, I should say, because it's the first time where you can try a VR experience where you are feeling free in VR, where you're not. When I try any VR experience, you're always worried about shit, there's a cable, I have to be careful to hit a wall or to hit something. And in the Vive, because you have this wall that appear when you're on close to an edge and of the calibration of the room, I had a sense of freedom that I never had with Oculus, but that's just because of the design of the experience itself. We're just in front of a room and doing things, so you are not encouraged to have a round table and walk around it. But it should be possible. I mean, they can do multiple cameras, so I don't see, the Vive lighthouse is 120 degrees of view, and that's probably, I guess, the angle of the camera too. So there's no reason why you could try exactly the same thing you did in Vive than in Oculus now, which is a big relief for me.
Yeah. I mean, for us, it's about having something to target in terms of what the motion controls look like, and they're going to look like wands that have triggers and grip sensors, and I think that's going to be the new. So far, it looks like it's becoming the kind of the new trend.
Yeah. That's something that really worries me. Not worries me, but when I had the Vive in hand, I felt like I had some tools. I had like a pistol or a wand. I felt like that sensation is reinforced by the Vive demo where you were holding the hand controller itself that was in 3D and you see it like that and you have the little menu that pops out. You don't have hands in a way. When you grab it knows there's hands, but here you are having hands that was so natural.
Cool. Any other questions? I think we covered just about everything.
I think so. Yeah. What an exciting day.
Yeah, that was very exciting.
I did 9,000 kilometers to try that.
Hey, that was worth it, right?
It will be worth it. Yeah, well.
Well, it was definitely worth coming down to see the touch, for sure.
Yes. Yeah.
I traveled I didn't travel anywhere near as far. I came from Seattle, so not exactly the same distance.
Yeah. It's reassuring. It's worth it in terms of yes, I'll be at Oculus Connect. The thing is, right now we are mid-July, and I'm going to go back to France because I cannot stay here forever. But I'll come back for VRLA, which is August 29th. So I should be again in Los Angeles close to August 25, and then announce a lot of things at VRLA. And stay in Los Angeles or roaming around. No battery. Yes,
battery's critical.
It's okay. Oh yeah, it's even darker. Yeah, I wish to stay forever, but I'm gonna stay for Oculus Connect for sure. So from August to end of September, I will stay in LA or in America and do meetups and run around to try to get my Kickstarter running. And give me money, I need to make. Please help.
Nice. Well, cool. Looks like your battery's about to die, so close out. But
yes. Any final question? Otherwise, you can reach me always on Twitter and ask any question. I have a special usual card, so it's thank you. So it's I'm easy to reach.
Cool. And you can get me at Forrest Gibson at Twitter. So
yes.
From Pluto VR.
Yes. And OlivierJT. And we have Mario here. Sorry. And we have Mario.
Hi folks.
So thank you guys. I think that thing should be saved. So if it's saved properly, I will release it on YouTube. So you can more people can enjoy that stream. So day one of E3. Good time.
Good time. Success.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you,
So
guys.
take care, guys. I'm gonna grab it. Maybe it's not gonna be comfortable and shut the stream down. No. Shut it down. Bye bye. Yes. Bye bye.
Bye.